Yeah, celebrating my 29th birthday a couple of days ago. I've been around for quite a while now. Started my international career in 2004, and I think you celebrate it. I think over the last 8 or 9 years, I've celebrated it probably over the last 8 years with my rugby family. So it's been pretty special. I think when you're surrounded by teammates and friends, it makes it even more worthwhile. Yeah, I think if you look at the highlights of where I am as a rugby player and what I've been able to achieve, there's just too many to name. But for me personally, being able to don that green and gold jersey for the first time back in 2004 was probably the most special. For me to do it against England, the then world champions at Twickenham, which was the home of rugby, and score a try with my first touch of the ball in my international career was a moment I'll never really live down or forget quite easily. 2007 as a memory and as a highlight reel for me was absolutely insane, to say the least. Getting there, we'd worked 4 years under Jake White, and when we got together in 2004, Jake sat us in the team room and he said to us, we're going to win the World Cup in 2007. The highlight of 2007, bar the trophy, bar the awards, bar whatever I was able to achieve as an individual, was that you got back to South Africa, and when we drove through the townships and you see little kids running 5, 6, 7 kilometers behind a bus just to continue getting a glimpse of a team that again united a country for a time when it was really needed in South Africa. It was more than feeling worthwhile. It was a feeling of being able to give back, a feeling of contribution to a country that really needed it, and a country that really meant a lot to each and every one of us as players. The standards I set for myself, I was pretty disappointed with in 2010, 2011. Actually, it was more for the Springboks in 2010. I think I had a great season with the Stormers in my first year in 2010, and the Springboks didn't do too well. After the 2011 World Cup, I actually had to sit down and set new goals for myself, because everyone knew who Bryan Habana was, and Bryan Habana needed to start doing stuff a little bit differently. 2012, the new goals I've set for myself, I haven't really achieved yet. I'm enjoying my rugby again, but still not quite where I want to be, and looking forward to hopefully improving over the next couple of months and weeks. Getting options to actually travel elsewhere in the rugby world is always an opportunity, and it is always appealing. And yeah, there were 1 or 2 options to actually travel up north and become a part of the Northern Hemisphere. There were certain things that I felt I hadn't achieved yet in South Africa. One of them being able to be a part of a success story down in Cape Town. The reason I went there was to be a part of something like that. So that wasn't achieved yet, and I think it was a good decision to stay back and continue fighting, continue trying to climb out of that rut. And it's been a good year so far, and hopefully I'll continue improving. I think as a rugby player, I've been pretty fortunate throughout my international career so far to have played with some, for me personally, unbelievable legends of the game. And I know before my time there was, you look at the likes of Jonah Lomu, John Eales, George Gregan, and look at those names, and Zinzan Brooks of the world, the Franz Alpinas of the world, and they really do stand out. But I think if there are 2 guys that I've got to probably mention and that stand out for me in terms of the way they were able to give back to their respective countries and what they've been able to mean for rugby in my time, I think John Smith and Richie McCaw are 2 definite standouts, and they're 2 guys that the rugby world really respect, and 2 guys that have given the game back an immense amount. Sport has this unique ability to bring people together, no matter the colour of your skin, no matter your socioeconomic background, no matter where you're from. You grow up as a professional sportsman, and you hear about the Laureus Awards, and you see that it becomes the Oscars of the sports, and you really are entertained by it. And I think when we got nominated post 2007 and going on and winning it and receiving the award from Warner Du Plessis, who's been a part of the Laureus Academy for so long, was truly amazing. It was a really humbling fact, and being able to stand there on the world stage and know that you're seen as the best sporting team in the world by peers and by your fellow opposition was an unbelievable achievement. And like I said, I can only be grateful that I was a part of that success story.